Because he's practicing now. Go, Stefano, show him the crane kick.
Oh!
Nice! Nice. Okay, you coming to Miyagi-Do.
Senhoras e senhores, Banzai! Esse é daqueles vídeos que eu tenho vontade de moldurar na parede, sabe? Juro, se o pequeno Marquinhos Mion, gordinho, lá do passado, assistisse isso, ele ia olhar e falar: nossa, como eu fiquei com a barba branca. Mas ele também ia falar: pelo amor de Deus, eu não tô acreditando nisso. Sim, eu entrevistei o elenco da série Cobra Kai, derivado de um dos maiores sucessos dos anos 80, que é a série Karate Kid, para falar sobre a terceira temporada, uma das estreias mais aguardadas do ano. E essa entrevista inclui ninguém mais, ninguém menos que Ralph Macchio, Daniel San, Larusso e William Zabka, Johnny Lawrence, Sweep the Leg. Preciso falar a emoção que é pra mim conversar mesmo que rapidamente com dois ícones da minha adolescência. Tem também todo o elenco novo, super talentosos, simpáticos demais. Meus filhos piram neles, a carinha deles conhecendo a galera e aprendendo a fazer cara de briga foi demais. Foi super rápido, mas muito divertido.
Ralph, William, what a pleasure. Marcos Mion from... And I have the whole family because, I mean, you guys know that you were part of my teenage years, but now you are part of my family's life. The kids started practicing karate because of the Cobra Kai series.
Let's say, and the Metallica t-shirt, I love it.
It was like, is Johnny Lawrence gonna notice my Metallica t-shirt?
Of course.
Awesome!
Guys, let me go because we have such a short time. I wanted to spend hours talking to you. I think you can imagine that. Ralph, deep question, but in a short time, so it will make you think fast. Looking back at the original trilogy, what was the thing that you wanted to correct or to do better that didn't have the chance until now?
Good question. When I look back, I think that, and some of the stuff we're able to do in Cobra Kai, and that's what's so cool. I thought that, you know, how the Elizabeth Shue character was sort of ended at the end of the Karate Kid Part 1 and didn't continue. That was never answered. I never quite understood why maybe Daniel LaRusso and his trip to Okinawa, whatever happened to those years, because he had such a magical experience there. So these are things that we get to potentially tap into with Cobra Kai. It's not really like do-overs. It's more about, okay, let's answer those questions and let's learn more about Daniel LaRusso or Johnny Lawrence or any of our characters and pay that forward to the next generations, be it Mary Mauser's character, Samantha's character, you know, my daughter or whatever. So that's the long answer to a pretty poignant question.
A deep question, yeah, I know. Hi, Cholo. Hi, Jacob. It's Marcos Mion from Brazil.
Pleasure to meet you, man.
Hey, how you doing?
It's a pleasure to meet you guys. You're doing a wonderful job keeping the legacy alive.
Thank you.
First of all, guys, I want to bring in two fans, my kids, who started.
What's up?
They started.
Pleasure to meet you.
Yeah, they started practicing karate after watching Cobra Kai.
Nice. Us too.
Yeah.
Us too. Yeah.
That is the number one question we have here at home, Cholo. So ask him, though.
Did you guys know how to fight before starting Cobra Kai?
Fight? No, I mean, honestly, I feel like even after filming Cobra Kai, I would be pretty rough in a fight. But I will say, you know, our stunt coordinators, Hito and Janelle, are the best. And without them, we would be nowhere. But, you know, nowadays, I could probably wrestle a little bit better than I could fight. You know, I don't know how strong my jaw is, so I don't know how many punches I could take to the face. But now I'd say, you know, for both of us, we're both pretty fascinated with martial arts now, and I think it's definitely something that we'd like to get better at.
Yeah, I had a little bit of martial arts experience, but it is honestly negligible. I was so young when I learned. Yeah, but as for fighting, anyone my size, let's go.
I mean, that is really crazy because when we watch the series, you guys like really badass fighters, and that is amazing. That is crazy.
Yes. Yeah, that's awesome.
Thank you.
Yes, it's Marcos Mion from Brazil. I got my kids here, Donatella and Stefano.
Hi! Awesome shirt, by the way. I love the Metallica shirt.
Metallica.
He wanted to get a compliment from Johnny Lawrence, and he did.
I bet he did.
Very good to see you, to talk to you, and First of all, you guys are not fighting, so that's a good sign.
Yeah.
We got Zoom now. We can't fight virtually.
Yeah, I know. I guess we'll figure out how to sign each other off intermittently.
Nutella has a question for you girls.
So I started karate because of you guys. And what's the message you want to send to all the girls that watched Cobra Kai?
Ooh, first of all, that's the coolest thing ever. Congrats on you taking karate. That is sick. My most important advice would be that gender is completely irrelevant when it comes to character and who you are as a person and what you're capable of doing. I think that anybody is capable of anything, and I think it's about owning it and just deciding, you know what, whatever other people think of me, my identity, my gender, what I look like, whatever, it doesn't matter. What matters is how I apply myself. And I'm really proud of you for going out there and deciding to kick butt.
Yes, that is my favorite thing to hear. I love that you're doing that. I think it's just like what you're doing. I mean, that's so inspirational to me, and that's exactly what I think our show is trying to do, is, you know, showing that girls can fight, and that they should, and you should make space for yourself, and you shouldn't be afraid to, you know, take charge, and you shouldn't be in the back of the room. You should be at the front.
William, Johnny Lawrence, I mean, he's an example now that we have Cobra Kai of image building success. From the 80s when he was like the villain, the bad boy, until now that he's like a guy who helps other. He's a guy that has mercy now. He crossed out the no mercy. Could you expect that plot twist?
Well, no. I mean, yes, I asked for it. I wanted him to not just be a villain, you know. I didn't want him to just be, you know, more of the same of the Karate Kid. But the Karate Kid, if you remember at the very end, Johnny handles Daniel a trophy and he says, "You're all right, LaRusso," right? So that's the heart of Johnny Lawrence, you know. And so, you know, I always saw him as a good guy. I never saw him as a bad guy. As an actor playing him, the only way I could play him was to find myself in him. So that was, to me, the kind of key. But it drops off there, and then Karate Kid 2 happens, and Kreese chokes him out. And now we pick it up this many years later, and, you know, he's got a world of crud on him, and he's got a son, and it's not doing well, and he's trying to make things work. You know, Johnny's still trying to make things work. So he's got a heart of gold, but he's got a lot of weight on him from the past, and he's working that through, you know. And he wants to help people. He's got a good heart. You know, he's just also a simple guy, which I love. You know, doesn't know the internet, doesn't know Facebook. What a great thing to not know, and to only know.
Fun fact.
Awesome dude right there.
Now I want to ask Jacob. Actually, the question is for both of you. How does it feel to know that you're taking on a legacy? I mean, you guys are the new Daniel San and Johnny Lawrence.
I never really thought about it in that way before, but you know, it's awesome to have the opportunity to be a part of the Karate Kid universe and something that is so special to so many people across the world. And I honestly, like, it's so cool to hear all the stories of, you know, like, oh, I grew up and I love the Karate Kid, and Cobra Kai just really brings back so much nostalgia for me, and I love, you know, the new characters and everything. And it's awesome filming with the old guys, because, you know, I watched the Karate Kid when I was like 8 years old, and, you know, actually filming with Billy and Ralph, and I know there was a day when you had to do a crane kick and he was like showing you how to do it. Like, that's just so cool, you know. It's a blast to be a part of this project.
Awesome. What about you, Sholo? I mean, Jacob, he touched a very intense point. Having a crane kick taught by Danielson himself, that is amazing.
Yeah, that specific instance was, you know, if Ralph were to hear it, he definitely would roll his eyes, because, you know, that day was super stressful. You know, a lot of those tournament days had to be super, super quick, but we came up to the part, or I guess we started filming the part where I had to do the crane kick, and I walked up to him and I was like, "Ralph, like, come on, you gotta teach me how to do it." And he was like, "All right, yeah, fine, I'll teach you." So I have the coolest video of him kind of, you know, teaching me how to do the crane kick. And I know he's been asked that hundreds of thousands of times. But yeah, I think it is a little bit, I think at first there was a lot of pressure, because we were trying to make a show that was true to the original, but also fresh. And I think now that we've kind of gained the trust of our audience, we can really stretch the lines and really push the boundaries in terms of what these characters would do in the year 2020. And I think it's going to be interesting going into season 3 and season 4, showing people just how these guys who, Johnny definitely is stuck in his ways of the 80s, how that kind of, works in some ways in today's age and definitely does not work in other ways.
My kids, they laugh all the time when Johnny starts with all the badass 80s stuff.
Yes.
They're like, it's not acceptable anymore.
I don't know how good his quiets would be in person, but he's a great guy.
Now Stefano has one too. Go ahead, Stefano.
Torian and Sam are very good at fighting. Is there a chance that they will join forces and finish the boys once and for all? I mean,
what about you, Peyton? How do you feel?
Franchise?
That's my dream.
The Karate Kid franchise into a Karate Girl franchise.
Yeah.
Dang. I'd be into that. A little spin-off. A spin-off of a spin-off. That'd be cool.
I think if we join forces, we might be too powerful.
Now,
They gotta keep us apart.
the kids are really starting karate lessons, and they were watching the scenes and doing and checking out the faces, the fighting faces. So now they want to ask you guys a question.
That you both are really badass. Can you teach me how to get intimidating fighting? Yeah, fighting face.
They want to learn how to make a fighting face.
All right, okay. I will say one of my favorite moments is when Peyton pushes me through the door at the end of the big oneer, and both of our faces. Can you do yours, Peyton? Because mine's absurd. I'm straight up. I'm just like screaming at the top of my lungs. They had to mute our mic. But I would say my favorite thing to do when they right before they call action is that moment of like squaring up and getting into your fighting stance, and I just like stare that person hard in the eyes, like as hard as you can.
First, you have to grow out a patchy beard.
Just like
And
mine.
then- exactly, just like ours. No, I'd say in all things seriousness, it's all in the eyes. As long as you have intense eyes.
I think lower your chin and like squint
Ooh,
your
yeah.
eyes, and then also think about think the thoughts like I'm gonna take you down, I'm gonna get you sort of thing. Like think it and like be down. And also I think anytime you like grit your teeth too, and then even when you're yelling and it's just like I think yelling and even videoing yourself in slow-mo, just screaming primally, I think anyone looks pretty good.
You could take, and your nostrils. You could take the angry look, or you could just take like the really wide-eyed, like Marcos is doing, where people are like, "Oh, this guy's crazy. I don't know. Is he like, are we gonna fight, or like, I don't know what's happening."
Look, am I Cobra Kai material?
I think so. Yeah.
That's it.
We're all intimidated. So, I think it works well.
Donatella, my daughter, she wants to ask a fun fact.
What is the phrase from the entire Karate Kid and Cobra Kai franchise that you hear the most from fans?
What do you hear the most, Billy?
Well, from Karate Kid, it's sweep the leg is the one. From Cobra Kai, it's quiet!
That's right.
Quiet! 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 Quiet!
Or it's send it to the internet. That one I get a lot. Those two.
That's a great one.
What about you, bro?
From Karate Kid, for me, it would sweep the leg is over the last 15 years is built. But it was always wax on, wax off. Everybody wants me to clean their car,
All the time.
or show them the crane kick, or catch a fly with chopsticks. And those were I hear them all the time. If I'm at a restaurant and there's a fly, I know someone's going to say something. They're going to go hand me a set of chopsticks.
Two quick things so we can wrap up. I mean, you said everybody wants to show you the crane kick. This is like a lifetime chance. Stefano, my son, he wanted to show you his crane kick so he can get a 1 to 10.
Okay,
Stefano.
Because he's strategy now. Go, Stefano, show him the crane kick.
Oh!
Nice. Okay, you coming to Miyagi-Do. Okay. Very nice. Very nice.
Guys, first to wrap up.
Hair alone, I love, man. It's awesome. No, nice form, nice trajectory of the kick. Could hold the hands a little bit higher next time, but the kick was rock on. Good job.
It was high. Now we have to finish off just with a banzai, everybody all together. Is that okay?
Okay,
In
cool.
3,
Yeah.
Perfect. Let's do it.
Yeah.
On 3. 1,
2,
3. Banzai!
Banzai!
Bye.
Thanks, girls. Bye-bye.
Bye. Yeah.
All right, guys. Take care. Pleasure talking to
Meet you
you.
guys. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
Thanks, guys. God bless. Success.
you got it, man. Peace.
Bye.
Thanks, guys.
Good to see you guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thanks a lot.
Bye bye. How cute are those kids? Awesome.